everyone, welcome to my channel, Kindred Souls of Brooklyn. And folks, today, walk down memory lane with me and let's remember all the old bowling alleys in Brooklyn that are gone but not forgotten. You know, bowling was a big part of my life for a really long time, and I want to try to get back into it a little bit. I'm going to go to a bowling alley here in Sarasota. My birthday was December 24th, so my sister Diane and my nephew Gary got me gift cards. I'm going to use that, and I'll show you maybe the ball being drilled. But along the way, we're going to have some fun because I want to talk about all the old lanes that are in Brooklyn that aren't there anymore. And talk about how thankful I am for bowling, because it's through bowling that I really got to visit all parts of Brooklyn and stuff. So, you know, and everything ties in your life. So hope you guys enjoy it. Stay tuned, and I'll try to mention every bowling alley that I could think of in Brooklyn, but stay tuned. Hope you enjoy it. All right, so I'm right near my house in Sarasota, and at Gulf Gate Lanes right here. I've got a great pro shop here. Gonna get the bowling ball, gonna show you all that. And so stay tuned, and we'll talk about some bowling alleys along the way. So I'm just gonna give you a little tour of Gulf Gate Lanes real quick. Not gonna spend a lot of time because we're gonna be getting the bowling ball, but just wanted to show you this. Carrie and Mo are here with me. Nice big lane, 40 alleys, pro shop, lunch counter, and like I said, we'll be talking about bowling along the way. And all the lanes where I started, and another significant, I'll see if I could zoom in on that, see right there, very significant, were little shout out for Nightwing there. But this ring belonged to my mom. The reason I bowl is because of my mom. She started me off when I was 6 years old, and it's a really long story, but I'll tell you that along the way through. But my mom was the only one to bowl 298 in the year 1973, which basically back then, if you cashed in, you got the prize. So long story short, she was the only one in New York State to win the prize back in 1973 in all of New York State. So I'll put that, I think I have a little article of it, I'll put that up. She was amazing, we bowled together for a long time. So I have her to thank, and her also to thank for putting me in a bowling league in Kenmore and Diplomat Lanes. That's my first shout out right here. Kenmore and Diplomat Lanes on Flatbush and Snyder Avenue, owned by the Spinella brothers, was where I started. I owe that, you know, I run a foundation today, but that was where my diversity thing started, because, you know, coming from Park Slope, Windsor Terrace, most of the people I grew up with were Catholic, either Spanish, Italian, or Irish. So I joined this league out there, and there was everybody. There was Buddhist, there was Jewish people. So I really got an understanding at 6, 7 years old that there was a whole big world out there. And I have my mom, and I have that league to thank. And I stayed in that league all the way till I was 20 years old. I started running the league. It was a PAL league, so it was really fantastic. So I'm going to put some pictures up here of what Diplomat and Kenmore looked like, what they look like today, and that's what I'm going to do along the way for all the other alleys that I talk about. So here we are, look at the pro shop, all the different bowling alley balls here, and I'll be getting some equipment, and we'll see what we can get in here. All right, so I'm going to go with this ball right here. It's called a track. It's got a really consistent roll on this one, and I've already got my stuff lined up here. I got my cradle for the ball, some new skin so you don't get torn finger, and we got a glove in there. And I got some tape right here for the thumb. Keep it nice and tight. And if you guys never have gotten a bowling ball drill, this is how they measure your fingers right here, and the size and the, you know, each one. So we just kind of did that, and we're gonna have that drilled out. Hey everyone, so this is Steve. He's gonna be drilling our bowling ball. His birthday is December 29th. Happy birthday, Steve.
Oh, thank you. Happy birthday to you too. So.
He's drilling the ball. Kerry's is the 28th. Mine's the 24th. So we got a great guy drilling the bowling ball here for us today. Hopefully we got a 300 on that ball there somewhere.
Oh, I'm sure it does. Be for 3 games, but no.
That's right.
All right.
There you go. It might happen. It's been a while.
All righty.
Folks, this is McCrory's Bowling World here in the Gulf Coast Lanes here in Sarasota. So if you guys need anything, you're going to come over and talk to Steve. He's amazing. And we're going to keep rolling the video and keep talking about the old bowling alleys in Brooklyn. So definitely come down. The first lane I want to talk about a second is Maple Lanes, the granddaddy of all the lanes, probably the best alley in all of Brooklyn, I think. Big lane, 48 lanes, beautiful food court in there, I mean, a restaurant. The guy who owned it owned like a Greek restaurant, you know, the food was amazing. Truck drivers used to come in to eat in there just because it was that good. He had different food every single day, soups. It was incredible. The leagues were amazing, and it closed only a few years ago, so the building is still there. They were going to put condos in there, I think, but then they discovered that there was some kind of gas pipes or something underneath the ground, and I don't know what's happening with it now. So big shout out to Maple Lanes out there. Great, great bowling alley, and we miss it. Another amazing place that I bowled at many times was Park Circle Lanes. You know, back close, the closest alley to where I grew up on Prospect Avenue. Park Circle, you had the horse stable right across the street. Who could mistake that? It had the people would go in there. It was just a really, really nice place to bowl. It was a Brunswick alley. I tended to lean toward the AMF myself, but I bowled everywhere in Brooklyn. Didn't really matter. But a big shout out to Park Circle. Great place to hang out, right near the park. They had the horse stable, like I said, right across the street. And, you know, really nice place, local. That was what was nice about it. I think what makes bowling so amazing is that everybody can relate to it. You know, either, you know, whether you're a pro bowler or whether you're an intermediate bowler, men, women, kids, everybody can relate to bowling. And I remember there was this great joke that I saw on All in the Family, which I thought was fabulous because it's a joke that, it's a great bowling joke, and I'll tell it to you now. So essentially in bowling, Nirvana is to bowl at 300. And, you know, you have 10 frames. Each frame is worth 30 points, so 10 times 30 is 300. So what you do is you tell somebody, hey, I knew this guy who actually bowled 301. And you gotta, it's really good when you have someone who really knows bowling, and they'll argue with you from here until tomorrow that there's no way to get 301 in bowling. And they'll tell you how it doesn't happen, you know, it's 30 times 10, but every which way from Tuesday. And then at the end of the joke, when you have the person half crazy, you tell them, listen, I knew a guy who bowled 301. Have you ever heard of a guy who bowled 300 and lost? That's an old in the family joke, but I think it's great. I think it works really well still. But just a shout out to some more lanes in Brooklyn that are gone but not forgotten. Jaymar lanes on Avenue J, Elmwood lanes on Coney Island Avenue, really, really great place. Shell lanes are still in business on Avenue X. They're refurbing the whole place, which is great. Because back in the day when I bowled a lot, if you could average 200 in shell lanes, you were a darn good bowler. The best place I ever bowled at, Madison Square Garden. There used to be a lane in Madison Square Garden. I know we're doing Brooklyn, but had to bring that one in there. That's gone. There also was one in Port Authority lanes. I think that's gone as well. But going back to Brooklyn, you had leader lanes on Coney Island Avenue and about Avenue M. A real interesting story with leader lanes is that my mom, of course, I told you, was a great bowler, and we met Johnny Petragula. Johnny Petragula was my childhood hero. He was a Green Beret. He's still actually bowling today. I think he's in his late 60s, early 70s, but my mom bowled in what they call a pro-am with him. My mom bowled a 200 and something. He bowled like a 140, so here we walk into leader lanes one day on a weekday to practice, and there's Johnny Petragula in there. He was a local guy from Brooklyn and Staten Island, and he runs over to my mom and he apologizes, and I'm like, holy cow, this guy, this pro bowler, my hero, is apologizing to my mom because he bowled so bad at a pro-am. Just a very memorable spot and time, and I just never forgot that. Just amazing stuff. Another great lane was Gil Hodges, originally Mill Basin. Originally, if you guys remember, Gil Hodges was actually more on like New Utrecht Avenue, and then Mill Basin was really behind Kings Plaza, is what they call Gil Hodges today. And those were two nice lanes, went there often. They were great, really nice place to go, and put up a picture of those right now. Here's another blast from the past. Rainbow Lanes used to be owned by Mark Roth, and a big shout out to Mark Roth. He has some health difficulties of late and last couple of years, and he was a great bowler. Of course, my favorite bowler of all time was Earl Anthony, but a big shout out to Mark Roth. I got a chance to meet him at Diplomat Lanes once, but he used to own Rainbow Lanes right there in Sheepshead Bay with, you know, it was just a really nice place to go, and great for a date to go out there and go to Sheepshead Bay afterwards. Just a really nice place. All right, so some behind the scenes stuff. You're seeing Steve here do his expert work. This is the machine that they drill the bowling balls out of, and what you do is you get your bowling ball on there, you got all your drill bits on there, and sometimes they could smell a little funky. I remember some of them used to smell like Raid back in the day, the urethane, but I don't know what this one's going to smell like, but hopefully it's going to be good. But you got that thing right there, and it's an amazing hookup, and you got all the shoes back here and the whole workbench. Just want to thank Steve for inviting us back into his lair.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Steve. We appreciate you letting us see your magic. Hopefully you gain some new customers for you out there.
That'd be great. Thank you.
All right. So if you guys out there haven't bowled in a long time, I mean, even when I bowled a lot in the 90s, 80s and 90s, the bowling balls today, they do everything but talk. I mean, you'd be surprised at the price of some of these bowling balls. I mean, look at this, $234 drilled out. You can get anything from late hook, consistent roll. I mean, it's way it would take you a long time to really talk about each one, and we won't. But they got these custom bowling balls now with the Florida Gators on there. And look at that one down there with the face. It looks almost like a Halloween ball. And they're still doing the plastic bowling balls. They're still doing whatever. The weights on bowling balls pretty much from 8 pounds for a kid up to about 16 pounds. And pretty much the pros, you know, they're pretty much doing anywhere from 13 to 16 these days. So, yep. And a big shout out there. One of the major producers of bowling shoes is in a company called Dexter. So I'm a big Dexter fan of the show, the Michael C. Hall. So if Michael C. Hall is watching, big shout out to him. And you got all these fancy bowling shoes. Geez, back in the day, wasn't that fancy. You had white shoes. That was about it. I remember my mom polishing them with that white polish that comes in like the little plastic bottle. She'd do it like once a week. She always wanted to have the white shoes. But just incredible. And very stylish these days. So check this out. I know Spider-Man No Way Home is out right now, but I'm not doing a Spider-Man impersonation. This is actually my glove for grip. It's an ebonite on my left hand. I'm left-handed. I got my new skin on there, kind of protecting the hand there. So this is going to be some more for some grip. Keep the bowling fingers free, and it gives you a little more spin on the bowling ball. So I just want to show you guys this. This is really cool how he does the hours. Looks like a bowling score thing. But these are his hours. And right there, Pro Shop Hours. That's his name. And you can give him a phone call and come in. He'll actually do a great job for you. Well, so really, it's amazing. We have a lot of Amish people who live in Sarasota. And I didn't know that Amish people bowled. But, you know, because I'm not sure what I really have to look up better what their religion is and stuff. But look, Amish people bowling at the lane. That's really amazing. See, like I was telling you guys, bowling is for everybody. Literally for everybody. Of course, New Year's is coming up. I want to wish you guys a Happy New Year. We're actually going to be going to the Rangers and the Lightning game over in Tampa. So I've been there twice with Waffles to an AC/DC concert each time. But it's our first time back since he's passed. But I'll do a video for you guys who haven't seen the arena, not a stadium. Because it's really nice. They got a place to dock the boats. So I'll do that tomorrow night. But just continuing on here about the lanes from Brooklyn. A few more lanes that I want to mention. 3-star lanes over on, I think, 88th Street in Bay Ridge. Mark lanes, which I think is still there on 88th and about, 3rd or 4th Avenue. Spent a lot of days over in Mark lanes. A lot of great places. Most of them are all gone. Which bowling alley did you guys used to frequent? You know, to me, like I was telling you, food-wise, Pro Shop-wise, Maple Lanes was the best. My heartfelt one always was Diplomat. That's where I spent my, cut my teeth on there, and it was just an amazing place. Bowled there for a long time. Let's continue on. The bowling alley that's still in Brooklyn is Melody Lanes, right near the big Jackie Gleason bus depot. That's been there for years. So that's right near Greenwood Cemetery. That's a really nice place to bowl as well. Big shout out to them because they're still going, they're still doing it. You know, a lot of the bowling alleys went out because it's so expensive nowadays. I don't even know how much a game costs. I haven't been here for a while. I couldn't even tell you, so I'll let you know that later. But, between the upkeep and just the fact of, how much it costs and the insurance, the real estate rents and stuff. I mean, it's really hard to maintain such a big place. So that's why a lot of them have gone out. And but I think enough of them are still there, and I think it's going to keep going because it's great for the whole family. And think of all the bonding that's been done over bowling alleys. Place to go, rain, shine. You got your air conditioner, play in the summer, play in the winter. It's good times. All right, so here we are. We got the Allen, the Kerry in there, and we're going to see what happens. We got lane 13 right here, right near the Pro Shop, so they could tweak the ball for me a little bit. So here's a little side view of the lane. You know, when I went to Madison Square Garden for the first time, I remember looking down and seeing, I think it was 48 or 60 lanes on that one side, and it just blew my mind as a kid. And got to play there in Bishop Ford. We won the city championship in 1982. I bowled for Bishop Ford. Actually varsity lettered for Bishop Ford, right? A lot of people couldn't believe that. You actually get a varsity letter for bowling, but we did it, and we won the championship in all of Brooklyn. So here we have Kerry gearing up to bowl. Not bad. You got the hardest pin, the 7-pin. That's the hardest pin for me, a left-hander.
I haven't bowled in a long time.
Give a big shout out to everybody out there.
Hi.
Kerry putting on a clinic here. How to make the 7-pin. Kerry's actually throwing 8 miles, 8.92 miles an hour. Blistering speed. Not bad. You almost made the 7-pin again.
Turning my hand again.
Hope you enjoyed that trip to the bowling alley, and if there's any bowling alleys I left out, please let me know. Drop me a line, and next time go out and go do some bowling. It's a lot of fun for the whole family. So I love you guys. Subscribe, drop me a line. I'd really appreciate it, and Happy New Year. I'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys in the next year, maybe before. So take care of yourselves and love you guys. Take care now. Bye.